So I just posted a rant video yesterday. Again, the cringe. I know, I'm back in the vehicle. So I just did this video, or posted yesterday, and in it I said that in my mind there's a time frame that I believe, there's a time frame that I'm worried about, and I am trying my best to be prepared should anything, whether it be political, environmental, whatever, any kind of situation that comes up. I'm trying to be prepared. And I don't know, I'm worried that my time frame is off. And I say that because, I want to say it's all over, but the way that things are working and, all the shit that is coming out, that Twitter, about how the Twitter files or whatever, and how they hid stuff for the elections and shit, and Instagram and Facebook are all together, and Google and YouTube and all that shit. So while that information's out there, I don't know how much it's out there. It's out there for me because that's obviously the stuff I'm looking at. But I really question how many of the everyday individuals out there actually know about all this shit, just because of the way they vote. It's like they don't know. Anyways, the whole point I'm trying to keep this short. This whole WNBA player release thing for this international arms dealer is changing my mind. I stole this from Coleon Noir.
But the real problem here is just the weakness of this president. We've got a Marine sitting over there. We traded this merchant of death guy who was going to target U.S. military personnel. And so what is the message we're sending to the people serving in our military, or who might one day serve? We'll leave the Marine in the jail in Russia. We'll free the guy who was going to target U.S. military soldiers and just get, the high-profile basketball player. It's a terrible message to send, not only to the despots of the world who now know that they can get a trade if they just capture an American, but to the military, the United States military, who are saying, yeah, I can serve this country, and the president will leave me and take the basketball player. I mean,
the last 2 years, we've had to listen to Joe Biden over and over and over again try to ram and shove gun control down our mouths as if we don't have a Second Amendment.
I guess it's just understandable. He was the vice president when we traded 5 Taliban leaders, warlords basically, for Bo Bergdahl. So he was trained by the best, I guess, in doing bad deals.
I want to be they had better never say anything about gun control or gun bans or anything like that again, since they just released a guy, a known terrorist, to go out and start it all over again. And then what do? They slip in more gun control with the Gun Safety Storage Act, whatever, that is the proper way to store and use their stuff to be, so they can do better at taking your shit away. It doesn't actually say that, but we all know what's coming, right? They learned you can't just go out and do a ban on something, because it's not going to work. But if you chip away slowly over time and do little by little by little, death of 1,000 paper cuts. Okay, we're not going to ban them. We're just, state regulated little changes here and there. You can't have this on there. You can't do that on there. You have to sign your name to this. And then eventually it's going to be like, well, what's the point of having one when there's nothing I can do with it but put it on a wall? And to do that, I'd have to spend 25, 35 times what it's worth. And, tax stamps and background checks and all that shit, right? So the thing that really bothers me about this whole basketball player thing is that they left a Marine over there who's been over there since, again, go fact check me because I have no sources. I'm not citing anything. This is just my reaction off of what I've seen. But we left a Marine that's been sitting over there since 2018. And we had the opportunity to get both of them, and we only chose to get the basketball player and give them a terrorist, one of the worst, one who it's documented saying that how much he hates the United States and how he's willing to do all this shit to hurt us. We can release that guy for the fucking basketball player who couldn't fucking just stop smoking weed for a week or whatever the fuck she was on. Couldn't follow the rules. It said she hated the country as well. She wanted to leave. Well, she left. Guess what? She begged to come back. She loves her country right now, don't she? Yeah, because they... But you know what? It pisses me off as an American. It pisses me off as someone who pays taxes. It pisses me off when I think about everything that people that I know have went through for this country, and it just looks like we're spitting in their face. If my motivation is like, and I've said it multiple times, you've heard me say it multiple, I just said it yesterday in the video that posted yesterday. My main priority is to make sure that my family is safe and has everything they need to be comfortably sustained during anything. And this is like, this feels like an attack against that mentality, because it does pertain to keeping them safe. And I'm sad as an American that I see a little bit of uproar or whatever about this, but there's really not much. Are we already so diluted and so removed and so dulled down towards our sense of not only patriotism but just the rights of an individual of this country? I have a freedom of speech, and I have a right to protect myself and my family, and you can't take that away from me. Shall not be infringed. But here we are infringing on it, piece by piece by piece. I know that I'm not the only one that feels this way, but it sure seems to be a lot harder to find other people that feel this way than what I think it used to be. Am I wrong on that? Are you feeling this way? I mean, fuck. I don't even know how many people see these videos. I have like, what, 166 followers. Most of those were from when the channel was before it died and wasn't going for 6 years. The gear videos have done pretty good. You know, I think it's like 12, 13, and 15,000 views is the top 3 videos, and it's all top 3 gear videos. And I appreciate it, and I love all the comments, but like, I really want to know how you feel about this stuff, because this stuff correlates with that stuff, and might need that stuff to take care of this stuff. So am I wrong here, or are y'all feeling it too? And then if you are feeling that way too, what are we going to do about it?